We're recording.
Okay, good.
All right. So we're here with both Lorraine and Beth and our family reunion in Farmington, New Mexico. And John and Craig are going to take turns asking questions. And John, you want to take first?
Sure. Mom, who's been your most important person in your life?
I think my parents, my dad and mother,
And can you tell us a little bit why?
because they were so kind and good to me raising up and helped me to gain the things I needed to gain in life.
How about you, Aunt Lorraine? Who's the most important person in your life?
Well, my parents were my let's say the most important, but I didn't follow a lot of the rules. And nowadays, I think what I would have done different to be closer to my mom and dad.
Okay. How about currently in your life? Who are your most important people? Aunt Lorraine.
Mom, talking to you. Talking to you.
What'd you say?
Who are the most important people that are in your life?
This lady's sitting right here. This lady's sitting right here.
And this lady sitting right here.
My big sister.
And that boy right there.
Yeah, I've never been happier than I am right now. I've had a lot of happy times, I've had a lot of sad times, but this is the happiest I've ever been. I've struggled and I've got where I'm at today. And
So, can you tell us a little bit about your parents and the influence that they did have on you, Mom?
My parents encouraged me, especially my mom, to do the things that I should do. And no matter what I did, she was backing me. And my dad was very much too. He supported me. I remember when I was ready for college, he decided to give me a couple of acres of beets to hoe and thin so that I'd have money for my college. And so that's what I did, but they taught me to work, and that was so important.
So what influence did your parents have on you, Lorraine?
for my parents, they taught me to work. I didn't appreciate it. I wanted to get out as soon as I could. But I did work just right alongside of Beth, and we were learning to know what work was all about.
Great.
Great.
Okay, Aunt Beth, what if one memory could stand out in your life, like something, the favorite time of your life, what would it be? Just one memory.
Probably my call to New Zealand mission,
Okay.
being able to go and I had a great love. I gained a great love for the people, the Polynesian people. And to me that was great because I
Okay.
still have that feeling.
Mom, what if you had a favorite memory in your life, just something that stands out? What would it be? Early childhood or something that just kind of stands out? How about I'll ask you this, what's your favorite memory of me?
Favorite memory of you is very well. It's very good.
What is it?
When you was a little boy, you was about 3 years old when you got to talking to everybody. And every time you seen a stranger, you had to tell them everything about our family from soup to nuts. I used to say, Craig, you don't need to tell every story. And he'd go in, he never met a stranger, so every time he'd see somebody, he'd walk up to him and introduce himself. So we have a lot of memories that go back, Craig.
And Beth, do you have a favorite memory about John? One that stands out?
What he has accomplished in life. He had problems with school because he didn't like it too well. But after his mission, where he had to really study, he went from there to college and on to what he is today.
Okay.
And I'm so happy about
Good.
that.
Okay, John.
Mom, do you have any regrets in this life?
I regret that I didn't go out and keep in touch with our family members, like my brothers and sisters as they went out, went out of life. I didn't keep in contact with them as much as I should have.
How about you, Aunt Lorraine? Do you have any regrets?
I think I'm gonna lake cucumbers here.
I just wish that I could have spent more time with my mom and dad and appreciated them instead of waiting until after they had passed on to know the things that I missed.
Mom, do you have any, how does your life differ from what you thought it would be? I mean, we always think what we're gonna do in life, but have you met your expectations as far as what you thought you'd be to what you are now?
Well, when I got my divorce, that was a sad time, but when I grew so much from the divorce, like 40 years now, and I know that I could do it on my own, I don't need anybody's help. And as you kids know, I don't call for help unless I'm standing on my head.
That's true. And Beth, how do you think your life has unfolded? Like, are you like on track where you thought you'd be? Do you have, I know there's been disappointments and good times and bad times. Is there anything that stands out?
I can't think of anything that I'm just very, very happy because of being involved with church activities and things that really bring a lot of blessings in my life. And I can't think of anything that I'm unhappy about.
I'm going to call Sherry. Sherry, do you want to ask a question?
Let me think, yes.
What? Do you want to wait? You want to think about it and then come back, or are you ready to ask it?
To think of a good question.
Okay.
Let me go ahead.
Yeah, let John go ahead, and we'll.
So if you wanted to impart some wisdom to your great-great-grandchildren, can you tell us, Mom, what you would like posterity to know, any of the ideas you have about how to have a great life?
I would, even though I wasn't so much this myself, but I would like to see them learn to love each other and help each other and learn to work and do the things they should in life.
Aunt Lorraine, what?
She's right along with me. I always tell my kids, their great-grandchildren and the grandchildren, to love each other because family is all you have. You can guarantee your family's going to stop by you, but the rest of the people may, separate. And that's the way I've always felt. Is when my girls have a little argument, I worry that they're going to, in our family we had some that walked out for many years and didn't come back. And I don't want any of that because if there's an argument, I want to settle that day. And I let the girls know that. I want love in the family at all times.
Mom, what's your first earliest memory that you can remember?
My first memory.
Just the first thing you can remember.
Well, I think I was about 5 years old when our house burned down. That was the biggest thing that happened.
Right, yeah, something that
Yeah,
impacted
yeah,
your life, yeah. Wow.
Where was that? Was that in Arco or where was that at?
That was in Riverside.
And the
We
house
had to
burned
move
down.
in with our, 9 of us kids had to move in with an uncle in Uncle Bill, I think.
Uncle Will.
Yeah, Uncle Will. Yeah, and his family, didn't we? Till they got a place for us to live. So that was a big house full. But I remember that.
9 kids.
Wow. And they had, what, 9?
They had a large family,
And Casey and Will.
but some of us were living there, and then I can't remember where some of the other family members
Yeah.
were living, but they were living, oh, I think Casey and George lived between our place and Uncle Will,
Well, so he took part of it, yeah.
and they took part of it. Or,
So what do you remember your first memory of, Beth?
and they lived, it seemed like we had a camp, didn't we, on our place?
Uh-huh.
And then we lived there for part of a while before we had built this basement house.
Yeah.
And that's where we
Wow.
lived the rest of the time that we were in Riverside.
Yeah, that was quite a change
Golly.
to see your house burn down.
And from Riverside, where did you move then?
And,
Where did you move from Riverside then?
Howell or Arco?
Pingree. From Riverside.